Welcome back to Shum's Universe. So today, guys, we're going to go over the secret behind blood oaths and rituals. So the big secret, I suppose, is that when you do rituals, no matter if it's from me, if it's from somebody who's into esoteric science, somebody who knows black magic or voodoo, like the shaman, whoever, they're all going to tell you very similar things, is that they usually need some form of sacrifice in order for the potency of what they're doing to have a real impact on your life. Because you have to understand, there's so much energy and frequencies always going around in the air. Like, even when I push my hand like around, there's so much little pieces of energy that's going through. So you need to make sure that what you're doing actually has some extra level of potency to it. Everybody's wishing for things all day. Everybody's thoughts are projecting into different frequencies. The only way to actually enhance that is a lot of these elite level people will use like blood oaths or rituals where they know the timing of what they're supposed to do, meaning like the moon cycle, the actual time of the day, the numerology behind that time, the Chinese zodiac hour they're using. All of these things will matter a lot. And then when they know that, depending on the person they're dealing with, they're going to give them a specific time, a specific deity to ask, and then a certain amount of candles to use. Whether a mirror is impacted in that is questionable. Using a mirror is extreme when it comes to Satanism and different levels of demonic energy, so you don't want to necessarily do that. But what we're really looking at here is the blood portion of it. Now, if you prick your finger and then put it on some sort of ritual, when you have, of course, like I just said, the other factors at play as well, like the right timing and the correct deity to ask and making sure it's applicable with your astronumeric chart, then you're going to have a very, very powerful spell you're casting on your life. Now, you will definitely see very quick material results if you do it in the correct way, but you're going to be locked in with whatever deity you asked or demon for more than just this lifetime. It'll be for pretty much what we'd like to say is forever, meaning you're going to be in a constant spiral here, and it's only going to benefit you in this reincarnation. Meaning, if let's say you did a really big one, you did a blood ritual, whatever, you end up getting some sort of fame and notoriety, things really worked out for you, cool. The thing is that there's always a back end to these things. These demons stay around. They're going to want more and more blood. They're going to want more of what you gave in the first place. So once they give you what you want, they're going to say, I want more again. And how they do that, they can do it by putting you in car accidents. They can do it by making family members suffer or die. It could be a lot of different things that can then apply, because it just wants more blood. It wants more life force. It wants more emotions from you to suck off, because now this thing is pretty much hooked inside of you. So when it's hooked inside of you, it's going to want negative emotion from you. And negative emotion usually comes through demise of yourself or through others, people that you care about, of course. So it's going to be a lot of negative circumstances that will come about. So it's like you're going to get this money, this fame, this notoriety, this power, this status, whatever it is that you ask for, but that's going to come along with a whole bunch of negative attributes that's going to outweigh that in the future. And then on top of it, you're going to have a lot of karmic debt because you used what's viewed as black magic or evil energy in order to manifest. So a lot of you guys are DMing me about, oh, how to what's the secret you're referring to? The secret was just blood oaths, right? And the secret is that you can literally sign your name quite literally in blood, and you can manifest a lot of things quite quickly. I'm talking about like 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes less, because these versions of magic is unlike the regular versions where you use affirmations, where you're using your own energy to sort of manifest. When you do something where you're using an extra deity to help you, it's going to shape reality in a way that you can't see, because they're going to be operating from the fourth dimension and intervene in things here. And that goes against the natural order of the universe. When you do that, you're going to apply a lot of bad karma to yourself. So the universe is going to take some time to condense and correct itself. And when it corrects itself, it's going to attack you. So you're going to have the universe attacking you karmically. You're going to have this demon looking to extract more negative energy from you. So overall, what I'd say is it's not worth it. If you want to use regular things like writing things, the rituals that I'm teaching you guys, the ones that I'm saying to do that. But I just say don't apply the blood part to it, just simply because that's just going to give you a bunch of bad luck that's very much irrevocable. So it's not worth it. Like, that's the whole idea behind these elites, all these people selling their soul. You see a lot of them, especially the child stars, the Nickelodeon stars, the Disney stars, they all end up being quite like nearly like crackheads, drug addicts. They're all really weird by the time they hit like their 20s and 30s. So it just shows you that when you're locked in with some of these demons and you get a lot of quick success, I'm not saying that these child stars did that. Maybe their parents put them in it, whatever it may be, but it's never worth it. Like, the negative always outweighs the positive by far. We're on YouTube, so I'm not going to go into current celebrities that are going through some debilitating situations right now when it comes to their status and their monetary gains that they've made over the last 20 to 30 years. But you guys could probably, just based off what I just said, figure out who I'm talking about. Sometimes the positives of it last even for 20 to 30 years, but when the crash happens nonetheless. So it's better to use your own energy, use the energy of your higher self, use correct rituals that are just more, maybe if they're connected with your ancestry, you're asking your ancestors for help, that's righteous. The ones where you're asking your higher self are your planetary governor that governs the majority of your life with its energy. Asking that for help without applying blood to it is still very, I would say, fair, and very much something that you can do without having too much negative factors hit you. So that's what I'd say to more so use in comparison to applying blood. The last portion of this video I'll go over, if you do still, after all the warning I just gave, want to apply blood, instead of you guys sending me all these DMs, I'm going to just answer the question for you quite directly. If you want to apply blood to any ritual, what you have to do is simply this, is you want to write out what you want, use the correct amount of candles in association with the wealth ritual that you buy from me, if you're using my one specifically, because all I can speak on is the ones I'm using. And if you do it with the timing that I'm going to give you with the wealth ritual, you do it with the correct wording, of course, that's within the wealth ritual, meaning in other words, you just follow the complete instructions on the wealth ritual. The only part I'm leaving out is the blood portion of it, where you have to either prick your finger, figure out a way you can extract blood from yourself, and then you want to sort of almost sprinkle that blood over your own writing. Because remember, you don't want to type anything out like on your phone, and all that stupidness doesn't actually work. You need your mind, hand, paper. You want all of that connection, right? Because when you write something, there's a lot more personification on it in comparison to typing. That's computer, that's AI, that's just technology. It doesn't mean much. You actually want to write something, and you want to write it in specifically black or red ink. Blue ink will not work. Blue ink is too karmic and it's too associated with righteousness. Won't work for these type of rituals. What you want to do is use black or red, especially if you're going to do something which regards to blood. The red will work very, very well for you. Use the red to show that you're willing to sacrifice, then apply the sacrificial blood, and then follow the rest of what I put on for the ritual. That will manifest wealth for you for sure. Blood rituals are extremely good for extracting wealth, and it comes in very peculiar ways. Like, I've had people that literally said that they were hit by a car a couple of days after just even trying to do the ritual without even doing the blood portion of it. So this is what I mean by, you can use these rituals, but just understand what sort of energy you're putting into your life, right? I'm just giving everybody an equal opportunity. As I said when I started YouTube in the first place, I'm going to bridge all of the knowledge, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever, all of it to you guys. And it's up to you to figure out whether or not you want to actually use some of the stuff, or if you just want to stay on like a moral path. Me personally, do I do these rituals? I do rituals in association with like the Life Path 8 in itself when it comes to being Saturnine, trying to fast on Saturdays. The ones I talked about with the Mondays and the Saturdays as well, when it comes to certain rituals, that's okay. That's regular things. But when you start applying blood and all those things, no. I'll be frank with you guys, I would never do that. If you guys do want to do it, I just teach it. Do I personally recommend it? Absolutely not. But as I said before, if you buy the wealth ritual and you actually just want to, for some reason, you just feel like you're at rock bottom, you have no other options, to make the ritual last permanently and then happen very quickly, meaning your intention, what you're asking for, apply blood over your writing, and then follow the rest of what the instructions are in the ritual. I'm not speaking on the rest of the instructions, as you actually have to buy the ritual in order to get that. But yeah, it's pretty much as simple as that, guys. So if you have any questions for me whatsoever, I think after this video you probably won't. I think I covered everybody's questions that I've been getting over the last week or two. But if you do have any more questions, send it in the DMs to me. My Instagram is shemsuniverse 8.0, or you can email me at shemsuniverse@hotmail.com. If it's just a general question or inquiry where it's just a couple words for the answer, you can just comment that down below and I'll answer everything that I can. Aside from that, guys, thank you very much for your time. I'll be back tomorrow with some more videos. Peace.